hitungin saya. Bu, ya.
Ya, Bu.
Ya, oke. Jadi saya kapan, Bu?
Nggak usah, Ibu. Nanti aja pas botam Ibu beli.
Coba kita lihat ada ini enggak ya. Apa? Mana? Mami, kocok-kocok aja ke Mami. Tunggu ya. Sama-sama. Mami. Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. There you go. I have also shared with you the link to the attendance for today. Today's class. Don't forget to fill in your attendance. And Akmal?
Ya, Miss.
Oke, Akmal. Saya udah nge-share latihan soal untuk hari ini ke Akmal. Probably you have grup angkatan nggak? Mungkin bisa bantu share.
Oh ya. Okay.
Ini memang soal aja sih, but I'm going to tell you about this. Today, this is what we are going to discuss.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this one. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to share also the other materials. Wait. Jangan lupa untuk mengisi presensi ya. Okay. Nah, this one. Take a look. Oh. Okay, so now for our final test tomorrow, this is what we are going to cover. Actually, you have already got the exercise previously in the classroom, and also you have got the tryouts. Now, more or less, the tryouts will be similar with the one that you are going to do tomorrow, but of course, you are not going to have the same text or the same sentences for the structure and the vocabulary. Now, the test specifications, or probably you can also call it as kisi-kisi, will cover the following things. So as usual, for English, you are going to have 35. You're going to have 35. Oh, sorry. Sebentar ya, ternyata hilang. Wait. We are going to have 35 questions. And then as usual, you are going to have 30. Oh, sorry. Ini kenapa ya? Kayaknya ada sedikit masalah ini ya, jaringan. Now this one. You're going to have 5 listening questions and then 20 reading questions, then 10 structures and vocabularies. Because this is the final exam for you, so it means you're going to have materials from the 10th grade until the 12th grades. Now we have discussed with other fellow teachers of the English teachers, and we come up with this one according to the curriculum and the syllabus that we have. Now, we are going to combine between the lexicogrammatical features, or what we call as the structure and the vocabulary, and also with the text comprehensions. We are going to cover the one from the text and also from the network book that you have done from the 10th grade until the 12th grade. Now the first one, from the 10th grade, we have 30% of the materials as follow. The first one, we are going to use recount text. Now, as you know, recount text is a kind of text that tells you about a series of events. So a series of events in an order. Nah, for the recount text later, it will cover about it will cover the recount text using historical event. So the recount text is not about individual story, but it will be based on the historical background. Now later you are going to be asked about certain specific information and also the main ideas. So for text test, usually what the writer is talking about, what the goal of the writing, and also the main idea will be often asked in reading comprehension test. And then for the structure and vocabularies, for the structure, you're going to have past tense and present perfect. Remember, past tenses, you have a lot. So you have the simple past, the past perfect, and the past perfect continuous. For the present perfect, you are going to talk about what happens in the past and continues to the present, and you are using the have, has, and the past participle. Now for vocabularies, you're going to have the direction and location. For example, through the park, over the bridge, everyday jobs, at home, at work. For example, pay the bills, write the report. Nah, itu ada di unit 6 dan 10 network 2. Berarti ya. Jadi materi untuk tensi, structure, dan vocab kita ambil dari unit 6 dan 10. So you can limit yourself to just to learn about that for the structure and vocabulary. Then for grade 11, 40% of the material from network 3. You are going to have 2 texts. The first one is analytical exposition. The second one is procedure text. Analytical expositions, remember, so like when we discuss about a certain topic and then you point out on that something is the case without giving any advice. So that's what you call as analytical expositions. So at the end, you are not going to give any suggestion or advice to the readers. Instead, you just conclude and also reiterate the whole things that you discuss. So analytical expositions. Nah, so you only give information and then you give opinion about certain issues. Only that, yeah. The structure, you have present perfect, past tenses, future simple with will or going to, take questions. Vocabularies, you have transportation problem, like for example, stuck in the traffic, construction, etc. And then you're also going to have vocabularies related with describe food, like sweet, juicy, rare. Now those are in unit 6, 7, and 8 of Network Book 3. Mudah-mudahan bukunya masih ada ya. Kalau nggak ada, you can just ask your friends who has the book to give you the pictures of the vocabulary and also the structure. And then the next one from 11th grade, we have procedure text. Here, you are going to talk about tips in using technology and also the use. Yeah. So like you are not going to talk about the procedure text is not about recipe, for example, or other things like recipe of making certain food or certain drink, yeah? Because that kind of procedure text is in the 10th grade. For the 11th grade, you're going to talk about how to use technology and then also how like tips to do something. Yeah. Now the structure is present tenses, used to, passive voice. And then the vocabulary, you have computer words like tablet, laptop, criminal activities. It will be in unit 10, 11, 12. Jadi 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 itu ya untuk materi di kelas 11. And then for the materials taken from the 12th grade, Network 4, the one that we learned so far this year, will be 2 basic competence. The first one is explanation text. The second one is song. Song is the last materials that we discussed. Now for explanation text, remember that you are also going to be asked the grammatical features related with explanation text. Basically, like you give information about certain things. In this case, you give information on a natural phenomenon and also social phenomenon. Now, the structure is present and past auxiliaries, unit 1, passive voice, future continuous, and future perfect. The vocabularies are phrasal verbs like get, read, cut down, on, and then healthy habits, calories, going on the diet, get in shapes. Those are in unit 4 and unit 9. Yeah, unit 4 and unit 9. And then for song, you're going to try to find out the goal of the writer of the songs to write the song and also some of the grammatical features and also the meaning of the song itself. Yeah. For the structure, it has conditional sentence, gerund infinitive, and then for the vocabulary, personal finance, essential, interest rate, etc. Okay, you can find out in network book later. Coba di network yang buku ketiga ya bisa dicari. So now for the practice, we only have not so many minutes, yeah. We only have 25 minutes to go. I have given you the questions there here. And also, I have asked Akmal to send it to you. So I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes to do the exercise before we continue to discuss the answer. 5 or 10 minutes, yeah. So let's see. Jangan lupa untuk mengisi attendance ya, dan juga coba diaktifkan kameranya ya. Halo Amil. Oke, soalnya udah dapat, Mil?
Sudah, Miss.
Oke, thank you. Okay, so because we have, I think, about 25 questions, so let's begin to discuss about the answers. Now, as I told you before, the following text in the test will be based on the test specification that I mentioned before. Now, the first one is what we call as recount text. This one, yeah, recount text on historical event. So this one is about the Heroes' Day. Now, as the tips for reading comprehension test, remember, like if you have a very long text like this one, probably you can just scan the text for the, as the beginning, like take a look at the first paragraph. Also, you know that it will be about the Heroes' Day, and then you can skip actually the reading text. Go on to the questions itself. So you, as you can see here, you have 5 questions based on this text. You can go over to the question. So later, after you see what the questions is, then you can go back to the reading and then try to find the answers of the questions. Karena kalau kita sudah baca soalnya apa, nanti kita ketika membaca itu akan lebih fokus. Kita mencari apa di dalam teks tersebut. Gitu ya. So it is always a good idea first, scan the text. So like take a look at the first sentence, at the first paragraph, so you know what it is about, then you go on to the questions. After that, you go back to find the answers from the text because you know what to find out in the text. Yeah? So it will be more efficient. Now the first one, what is the passage about? So this type of questions is asking about the main ideas. So when you are asked about the main ideas, remember it should cover all of the text. Covering all of the text, remember ya. Jadi tentang semua isi dari teks tersebut ya. Number 1, what is the passage about? Anybody would like to try to answer? Ada yang mau coba? What do you think for number 1? So the passage is about, mungkin kalian capek ya, udah siang juga ya. So let's just try to answer this. So this one is Heroes' Day. So basically the Heroes' Day is the remembrance of the Battle of Surabaya. So Heroes' Day, the remembrance of the Battle of Surabaya. And then the text goes on until it says at the end, however, the battle provoked Indonesian and international mass to rally for the country's independence, which made this battle especially important for Indonesian national revolution. So this passage is about the Battle of Surabaya. So the answer is A because it covers the whole text. What caused the battle? Penyebabnya yang mana ya? Take a look. Nah, the bloody battle took place because Indonesian excuse me, refused to surrender their weaponry to British Army. The defiant Bung Tomo is the well-known revolutionary leader who played a very important role in this battle. Take a look at the options. To surrender the weapons. There you go. So you have the answers in the second sentence of the first paragraph. So the answer is B. British asked Indonesian troops and militia to surrender their weapons. Okay, let's go on to number 3. What do you think about the Indonesian military power compared to that of the British Army at that time? Indonesian military power. So the comparison. So we are looking for the information of the comparison between the British Army and the Indonesian military power. Actually, without looking at the text, we will know that the British Army was more powerful and modern, of course. But then, in reading comprehension test, it is not about your own knowledge actually. So you need to always check on the text whether the answer is really there. Siapa tahu ternyata jawabannya yang tentang B itu tidak dibahas di dalam teks. Tapi kita lihat apakah dibahas atau tidak. Nah, this one. Yeah. Now take a look at this one. British troops began to advance into Surabaya with cover from both naval and air bombardment. Although the Indonesian defended the city heroically, the city was conquered within 3 days. Nah, Battle of Surabaya caused Indonesian to lose weaponry, which hampered the country independence struggle. Now you can see there that the British can win over us because they have the bombardment. So it means they are more advanced. Okay, so this one is, the answer for this is B. Number 4, wait. Nah, what made the Indonesian dare to face the British Army military aggression? So because it is stated that Indonesian Army has less power and it's not as advanced as the military from the British, but they dare to face the aggression is because take a look. The Devian Bung Tomo, and then here the action angered Indonesian troops because they felt betrayed. And then the battle provoked Indonesia. So basically here, because they have also the revolutionary leader who played a very important role in this battle. Yeah, so Indonesia has this one, number 4. Indonesian people have the spirit to defend the country's independence. Number 5, how did the battle influence the national revolution at that time? How it gives the influence. For number 5, the battle provoked international communities to rally to support the independence movement of Indonesia. Now, as you can see from the passage there. And then the next one, number 6. The following number 6 and 7 will be based on the next text. Yeah. So the text, this one, is about an analytical exposition text. Analytical exposition text, like you give information about something, and also you give arguments and opinions, whether you are pro or cons toward the topic that you bring about. So this one is about mobile phones. Usually when you have an analytical exposition text, we are going to begin with introduction paragraph or usually being called as thesis statement. Jadi akan ada thesis statements, arguments, reiteration. Jadi paragrafnya bukan paragrafnya, text organization-nya pasti akan ada 3 untuk analytical expositions ya. The first one, thesis statement, the one that introduce the topic and also the main argument that you have, and then arguments, and then this, and also the supporting arguments, of course. Then the last one is the reiteration. Reiteration means that you give conclusions and also give arguments that will support what you have explained before. So this one is about mobile phone. From the first sentence, you know that the writer is in favor of the topic that he brings about. So number 6, why are mobile phones very convenient for business people? Mobile phone very convenient for business people. Take a look. Nah, in paragraph 2 here, you have my other main reason is that mobile phones are convenient for business people. Di situ sudah ada kalimatnya. Why? Take a look. Nah, if you are out of the state or even overseas and you have to contact a client to do some important work, it is useful to have one to use. Now this one, so it means they can run business by staying in and out of the office. Number 7, what is the main idea of the second paragraph? Second paragraph, this one. Now, this is the second paragraph. To begin with, mobile phones are necessary in the case of emergencies. For instance, if you fall down a set of stairs in a building and are badly injured and can't reach a payphone. So this one, the first sentence of the second paragraph. Itu ya. So this one, yang ini. So the answer is this one, the advantages of cellular phone during the emergencies. The next one is the procedure text about how to do something related with technology. Now this one is burning a CD. So I know that it is not very common for us to burn CDs nowadays because like we just store everything in the clouds. We don't really use CDs because we have the clouds. Yeah. Now, but we give you this information as an exercise. Take a look at number 8, 9, 10 related with the procedure text. Number 8, what is the topic of the text? Now, the topic. Look, burning a CD allows you to take music from one CD and transfer it onto another CD. So this one is about copying a compact disc. Now, compact disc itu kan kependekan dari CD ya. Copying a compact disc. That is the topic of the text. Number 9, what should we do after click the burn option at the top of Windows Media Player? After the clicking of the button of burn. Nah ini. What should we do after that? Drag the songs from the list of songs. Drag the song. Nah, kan ini kan ya. Click the burn options. Drag the song you want. Nah, that's how you find the answer. The process of copying CD is possible with any computer. The word possible is closest in meaning to possible. Kemungkinan ya. Mungkin. Probable. So this is the only option actually. 10, probable. The next one is an explanation text. Yeah. Explanation text about natural disaster. Number 11. What can possibly prevent rivers and lakes from overflowing? What can possibly prevent? Nah, try to find the answers from the text. Now, take a look. Now here, in paragraph 2, starting from the word floods, here, they are talking about banks, low banks, and then if the land is flat, it can absorb the water. Okay, so until this one, yeah. So from paragraph 2, things that we can do to prevent the overflowing is actually the high bank. Jadi, the high bank. Number 12, we know from the text that take a look at still the paragraph 2, the whole paragraph 2. Okay. So actually this one, we know from the text that water flood is absorbed by the land. Sebetulnya itu pasti jalan keluarnya itu hanya dialirkan ke laut, airnya itu, atau memang diserap oleh tanah. Because the sea is not everywhere. Of course, the only solution for almost every area of Indonesia is actually to be absorbed by the land. So that's why we need to have the preservation of the land so it can absorb the water. Number 13, we know from the text that, so this is a typical questions of asking about conclusion. We know from the text that the pump helps people to fight fires more efficiently. So the second natural disaster that is talked about is the fire. Nah, before the pumps were invented, people formed bucket brigades to fight fires. Di situ ya, kesimpulan dari kalimat tersebut adalah this one. The pump helps people to fight fires more efficiently. And then rain and tears, this is the last text that we are going to discuss. This is from the 12th grade materials, like to understand the meaning and also the language features of a song. Kalian juga sudah mengerjakan tugas untuk ini ya. Jadi insya Allah akan bisa. So number 14, which one of the following statement is implied in the song? Yang mana yang diintisarikan di dalam lagu tersebut? Rain and tears. So the answer is this one. The writer's lover often expresses her sadness. Nah ini ya. When you cry in winter time, you can't pretend it's nothing but the rain. Tears coming from your blue eyes, rain and tears all the same. Rain and tears in the sun. So that's it. Yeah, the writer's lover often expresses her sadness. Rain and tears both foreshown, for in my heart there'll never be a sun. So the phrase "my heart there never be a sun" means that the writer, so from like this one is a questions of asking your understanding of what is stated from the lyric. Excuse me. Nah, my heart there'll never be a sun. So like kan kalau matahari itu mengindikasikan kehangatan, kebahagiaan, ya like that. Kalau there isn't any sun, there is no sun in my life, itu berarti kan sedih ya, sedih banget. So this one it means that the writer will always feel sad. Yeah. Selanjutnya kita ke udah mau habis ya. Waktunya sudah habis ya, 13.46 sebentar lagi. Jadi I'm going to have a quick a quick discussion. Number 16, we would have left yesterday. Nah, ini kalimat conditional sentence tipe 3. How do we know? Dari kalimat awalnya, we would have left yesterday. Itu tipe 3. So it should be had dan verb 3. Had dan verb 3, and it will be if we would have left yesterday if it had not snowed. Ini berarti D jawabannya. 17, several proposal. This one is passive sentence. Because it happened yesterday. Di sini kan ada kata yesterday-nya. So this one is the past simple passive. So the to be that you need is either was or were, because the subject is plural. So were is the correct answer. Then number 18, you and I talked with the professor yesterday. This one is question text. Question text. Karena kalimatnya positif, berarti tag-nya akan negatif. Karena kalimatnya dalam bentuk past simple, berarti tag-nya menggunakan did. Iya, thank you, didn't we. Karena di situ sudah ada kata kerjanya, didn't we. 19, George
have seen.
Because George is a singular person, berarti kita pakai
Has.
Okay, has seen the movie 3 times. Di situ ada kata 3 times. Berarti repeated actions before now. Itu present perfect ya. When the teacher, the room, the students were talking. Nah, this one is past continuous ya. When the teacher entered the room, the students were talking. Okay, great. 21. He has avoided. Avoided itu gerund atau infinitive. Ini soal antara gerund dan infinitive. Ada list kata-kata yang diikuti gerund, ada yang diikuti infinitive. Avoided is followed by
meeting
gerund ya, with his parent advising him
to leave.
Okay, great. 22. Some animals coloration use bold disruptive marking to scare predators. The italicized word means disruptive, artinya disturbing. Okay. You'd better, this one is advice ya, you'd better, infinitive, you had better.
Look it up.
Ini phrasal verbs ya, soal phrasal verb, you'd better look it up. Okay. Karena dictionary, berarti mencari kata di dictionary, you are using look up gitu ya. 24. The ball fell. Prepositions. Fell ini phrasal verbs, kalau jatuh ke dalam apa itu pakai?
Into.
Fall into. Okay, good. The last one. Robust. Has synonyms with? Energetic. Robust. Itu memang kalimat ini ya, kalimat akademik. Robust itu. Biasanya kita selalu pakai kata energetic. Robust. Oke, that's it. Thank you. Tadi siapa yang jawab?
Kanisa, Miss.
Kanisa. Oke, halo Kanisa, thank you. Jadi kita sudahi ya. Tadi kita mulai jam 1, selesai jam 2 kurang 15 harusnya. Itu kalau ada yang mau ditanyakan boleh, japri ke saya boleh, insya Allah nanti saya jawab. So good luck with your test tomorrow. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Miss.